What up, creepers and geekers? Christy, Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Alex, what's going on, man? Dude, thank you. Right off out of the gate, bro. Thank you, man. So I got a kid homesick. She's in the living room watching American Girl doll videos. Probably puppies soon. Maybe with the occasional platypus video. You fix that right there. And I got this weird thing I made. I don't know what it is. Oh, am I locked up? Hold on, I gotta fix this stupid thing. Ba-da-ba. God damn it, of course. So let me, God damn it. Okay, I gotta do something. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna re-put it in there. External webcam. I gotta resize it. Oh my lord. Can you at least, am I moving around? No, it's locked up. Fuck, we might not be able to do this today. God damn it. Maybe if I unplug it and then plug it back in. God damn it. What's up, Loosely? Nah, my webcam fucking froze up on me. Let me go into properties here. Alright, let's do that. And then I'll do it one more time. Hold on. Nope. There we go. I got it. Gee whiz. Alright, so now I can show it to you. It's just this weird thing I've been working on slowly over the past, I will say, the better part of a year. This used to have apple slices in it. It would have been like this. And this is like the top, and I don't get it. They buy their fruit chopped up and stuff. It's fucking expensive and a waste. A waste for being lazy, you know. But whatever. I got this thing, so I covered it in plaster bandages to give it some rigidity on the inside out. Glued it, sealed it with more plaster bandages. I hit it with a little bit of plaster of Paris and water and just dabbled it on there to give it texture. And then I went to town with hot glue all over the place. And all these little plastic bits here are from Final Faction toys that I've painted. These are just tubes from something. I believe these came off of a prequel Star Wars toy. The thing that the battle droids, like the air motorcycle thing that they had. I think that came off of those. But yeah, that's it. It's like, I don't know, this weird alien fucking artifact. I don't know what to call it. But I just keep adding to it, and I think I'm just going to keep doing that until I say enough's enough and it looks fine, you know. But I got this green flocking. It's for like grass and stuff, you know, HO models and stuff like that. So I'm just going to paint glue in very strategic parts and just sprinkle it on there and let it dry for a few minutes. I think we're going to start with the bottom rim first. And then work our way up if we need to. I don't want to cover the whole thing. But we'll see. I mean, because there's some organic parts to it, you know? Like this weird nipple thing here. And the thing is, we're going to have like a cable or something going from here to here. And then here to here when it's all done. And that's just, you know, a little nipple thing that you can just play with if you're so inclined. So let me get the flocking put together. Of course, I got something to catch it all. Shit runs everywhere. It's a pain in the ass. This stuff comes out like cotton wool. And you gotta kind of... it's such a pain in the ass. So I just figured while I was doing this, it'd be an opportunity to have an open chat. I actually kind of like those better than playing games, and it's gonna be a pain. I should have did this ahead of time. I'm just gonna pull that out and do this. Fuck yeah! And get all this in there. Oh, that's awful green. I'm just gonna... I don't flock a lot of things, so I don't even know if this is proper. I think actual model builders have like a thing to put this in, like a little machine. To kind of, do what I'm doing here, but mechanically. I'm losing a lot of it inside the tray, but that's okay. I can use that. All right, you know what? That's going to be good for now. I don't even know if I want to do this. So, and I got plenty here in the tray that we can scoop up. In fact, I got to go grab something real quick. My fingers look like I finger banged Audrey too. Yep, I think I got everything I need now. I got just straight up PVA glue over here. I'm gonna water it down a little bit. I usually use something like Arlene's tacky glue. That shit is amazing. That shit is amazing. But I can't find it, so my lady has this big jug of Elmer's. So I took a little glob of it. Took a small glob. Put a little bit of water in it. I do that slowly. That's why I got the popsicle stick. Nope, needs more. So how was everyone's weekend? What'd you guys do? Want to do anything fun and exciting? Any cons in your area? Good shows? Actually, I might end up using all this water. They made what was called a static applicator. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never got into like the terrariums, or not terrariums, but like HO scale stuff, like large neighborhoods and what the fuck you call them? I guess dioramas, but I seem to remember having, or a friend of mine having, it was a shaker, but it was almost like, you remember that thing Mom had for the flour, big can, and she was squeezing it, and it'd be like a strain, or like a screen underneath. I think they have something like that for flocking too, so you can just put the whole thing in there. But all right, gaming guys are nuts for. Let me get my glasses. This is all loosely collected for anyone who's just watching after the fact. The gaming guys are nuts for them. They had, grass flocking terrain. Totally can see that. I could totally see that. So I got a couple of brushes here. They're select by Princeton. You can get them for like $2-3 a piece where I used to work. Good brushes. They last a long time. They're pretty hardy, and then after a while you use them for stuff like this, and it's perfect. I don't know if you're even gonna be able to see it, but again, it's more about the chat anyway. I'm just gonna be fucking sloppy with this. That's what she said. Make it rise up in the corners a little bit here, Arlene's tacky glue, though, is amazing for stuff like this. Oh, I don't want it there. So what is I'm trying to go in between the glue stick globs. Ooh, this is going to get dangerous. Let's see if I can. I really don't want a lot, you know. I just want it to kind of, when you see it, you see it, but you don't have to see it. There we go. Ooh, that's sticking. That's sticking pretty well. Get some of the bigger blobs off, though. Cool, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that be. I'm happy with that so far. I mean, it's going to take a few layers anyway. This is just regular school glue. So, it's not going to be the strongest stuff in the world to hold on to it, but we'll get there. Where's the brush I was actually using? I think it was this one. The static applicator holds the flock, and you shake it. It has a battery in it. Oh, Jesus Christ, we're going power tools now with this. Hold the clip closed to the glue, shake it. It makes static to stay. Okay, that's pretty cool. Fucking flocking power tools, man. Flock power tools. Alright, let's add a little bit extra glue here because I want to. I'm not going to put any here because I don't know, there might have been something thrusting in that. Thrusting there. Like a thruster. No, this might be a fortune-telling device. Who knows what it is, right? And maybe it travels all on its own. That's what these are all about. And that's the brain, the alien brain. This isn't the flask of services. No, we had a tray. It was a sandwich tray. And my lady put this in the recycling. And I was like, yikes. What in the fuck? I mean, at this point, she doesn't question when I grab stuff. But she's like, what are you going to use that for, of all things? I use it for, liquid pour paint or acrylic painting. The pouring. Acrylic pouring. Use it for stuff like this. I use it when I'm sanding in the house. If I've used a lot of Bondo glazing putty. Alright, let's continue around this way. Well, I put a lot of glue blobs over here. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be tough. There's really nowhere, Man, I keep breathing over the flocking. I need to stop doing that. What is this? You know what's great about this thing, even though I shake it off, the tray underneath, is it still has like a little bit of sanding dust, a little of this, a little of that. So I think that's a blob. I think that's going to help us in making this a little more realistic. You never know, if I put this up on Etsy, which my store is closed right now, link is still below in case in the future I do reopen it. You could see this on your favorite fucking primetime science fiction program. Some guy over at Paramount's gonna buy it and put it in the next Star Trek fucking movie. It's gonna be cool. Alright, let's clean up here a little bit. There we go. Let's see what's going on. Loosely says, I don't own an applicator. What I've seen them on the cheap are really expensive. You know what? Let me... But it's one of those things where the more you spend, the more likely it works well. So, the place I got this from, I used to work there, was an art supply place. And they had this tiny little, scale section because we didn't do much business in it. And they had an empty plastic bottle, almost looked like spices would come in it, And, am I frozen now? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Alright, let me fix that too. At least you guys can hear me, I hope. Try to find the laptop here. Yep, there it is. They had a shaker. Let's see. Yep, okay, there we go. We got it. They had a shaker that looked like like a spice container, a large spice container. And he wanted $20 for it. And it was for shaking, It was basically, it just had holes in the top. We used to just do it with small containers and just punch a bunch of holes. Or at least, I say we, my buddies, they did terrains. That's the word I was looking for. Not just train, but terrains. I had a buddy of mine, he took down his whole train set and all this stuff. And he went and saw David Bowie. And I guess there was a giant spider set in the stage. He built a scale model of it in his basement. It was pretty fucking sick. It was pretty sick. But he had a couple of handmade shakers out of, I think one of them was out of a peanut butter can. Superman, if I remember correctly. Superman peanut butter. You remember that stuff? I always begged my mom to buy it, and she was always like, no. Because we were Skippy people here. And once in a while she would. And it was fucking gross peanut butter. It wasn't very good at all. It was as generic as you can get. They just happened to have the Superman license to put on it, They didn't care if it was good. They knew dickheads like me were going to beg their moms to buy it. And be excessive about it to the point where she either beats the shit out of you right there in the fucking aisle, or she just caves in and gives it to you. Or a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Oh, man. Flocking. I'm flocking a thing. Hey, Lily, did you fall asleep?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, your videos aren't playing.
I didn't want to have you have a copyright thing.
Oh, did you guys hear that? She didn't want me to catch a copyright kick to the balls.
So I'm just braiding my doll's hair.
So she's braiding her American Doll's hair.
There's 5 of them.
She's got 11 of them.
I want to get more.
She wants to get more. Yay. Alright. She just bought her first fucking vintage one. She saw it on eBay or whatever it was and had the money. Kid's a true collector. It kind of warms my heart. It's not video games or cool toys, but...
I found it.
You found what?
The doll.
I know you did.
Yeah. Did you tell
You wouldn't have bought it if you didn't find it.
Did you tell them what she usually retails for?
I have no idea.
$150.
And how much did you get it for?
$45.
I gotta fix it. You guys aren't even seeing me. Alright. Alright, well, I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but... we're starting to get, And I actually do plan on sealing this afterwards. Probably not anything up here, because I don't want... This is actually gilding paint. It's an enamel. And it's nice, because when you put it on there, it flows. And it almost looks like it's vacuum analyzed. It's really good stuff. I got it it's a Craftsmart product. I got it at Michael's. A long time ago. good stuff. It's really good stuff. There's a couple of spots where it kind of crumpled up a little bit because it didn't like the surface. But so we're going to let that dry just for a little bit. Actually, I kind of like it just on the brim like that. Maybe do a couple random spots. I was originally going to go around the nipples. But I think we're just going to leave it like that, you know, just thicken it up a little bit. I think that's the ticket, you know. Uh-oh, must be the front row. Yeah, let me have a little bit of coffee and see what's going on in the chat. Your hands work. My hands do work. I got the brace, like, I got the okay to take the brace off. I've actually had the brace off for a little bit here and there. I would put it on when my hand would fatigue, and it still does fatigue up. And he told me it'll probably do that for the rest of my life. So I guess I'm not going to be James Hetfield. But my hands do work. Spider Rico, what's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? How goes it? Alright, so I'm going to start with the face of it. Because that's what we'll all see, right? I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to do like this right here. I'm going to glob a lot of glue in there. A lot of glue. You know. Alright. Fuck it. I might as well just leave it in here, right? And then we're just going to... Oh, I grabbed way too much. It's alright. I could pat it into it. That's another great thing about this is it's so thin that if you get too much, you can literally just pat it all into it. It's like it absorbs the glue like a sponge. Like a spongy pungy. There we go, right there. Blammo! We got some green. So let's not go so high over here. Let's just kind of stay down here. There we go. And I do believe that was the right choice. That's exactly what we needed to do. And I think I'm just going to leave the rest of this alone. Yeah, that's the ticket. That right there's the ticket, boys and girls. I'm just going to fill this gash right here, this triangle. Alright. Beautiful. Look at that. And you know, I don't know how much of this is actually going to stay on it either, so... I'm glad I did this. I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to. I think we're making the right fucking choice here. This is wonderful. Let's see. Oh, no more chat. No more chat. So I'm sure you guys saw, but we officially started this year's walk to end Alzheimer's. I did a little half-hour stream yesterday. It was going to be a lot more involved, but no one was really even in there. so I kept forgetting half the stuff I was going to say because I had it scripted out in my head. But I was like, you know what? Let me just get to the point because no one really watches live streams in full. At least I don't think they do when they're not live. I mean, I guess people listen to it in the background while they're doing things, but you're not really absorbing it, are you? Point meaning, I said, you know what, there's really no one here. No one's really coming in. So, I kept it short and sweet. And it was on a Sunday. It was in like mid-afternoon. So I didn't know if there was going to be a lot of people or not. I should have waited until the evening, or at least nighttime. But yeah. Shake off any excess now. Very good. So we just accomplished that. Looks like I have a little bit more glue. Cover up here. Not much, but I painted it there, so evidently I wanted it there. So. Buttons on your underwear. Alright, so are all my cameras fucking still working? Oh my god. We're going to go into this dangerous triangle over here. I'm going to go a little lighter on this one. I think you were a little too hard on the beaver last night. I'll get over it. Yes. Now this stuff's more like moss. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But I think that's what it was. I bought it because I have it's a mech ant. Don't ask. I've got this big ant. It's a paper mache thing and it had these, wire. You're supposed to paint it and decorate it. What I did was I took zombie Stone Cold Steve Austin, cut off his legs, jammed him in the front, put guns and like radiators and shit all over it, so it looked like a biomechanical mech suit. And that's what I bought this for. And what I was going to do was spray brown in certain spots. And I've yet to use it for that. I need to figure out the legs. Those little metal things aren't any good. I want to sculpt on top of them, but I don't know. I'm not much of a fucking sculptor. A lot of times when I'm sculpting, I'm just making shapes, and then if it starts to look like something, then I'll kind of work off of it. But I'm not ever like going, okay, I'm going to make a skull right now, and then I make a skull. Or I'm going to make a, you know what? I'm going to sculpt a bunny rabbit. No. I am not like that. Ooh, that's working exceptionally well. Alright, I guess we're going to leave this guy out here. Alright, we'll put this guy right here. Okay. Alright, chat's still quiet. I can carry on like a wayward son. Ooh, I think this is going to be the first one that we're actually going to do like a skippy skip. So there's like a thick vine going this way and this way. I don't think we've jumped over a vine to go into a centered part here, so I think we'll do that very thing. Lily, while you're up, take your temperature for me, okay? Before anyone freaks out about me making the kid do her own temperature, she's almost 16. And her temperature only really made it to 99.8 today or something like that, so.
97.
97, we got it down. Fuck yeah. That's what's up.
That's called Tylenol and rest.
Tylenol, baby. Water and rest.
I'm gonna sit for a moment. Just let me know when you're done and I'll resume my video.
Okay. You can still do your video, just don't blast it. That's all.
Copyright!
Alright, thank you. Oh, I think I packed this one on a little too. Alright, well. Happy accidents, right? Looks like a mossy tumor now. Mike Wazowski. You didn't file your fucking paperwork. Now you gotta give me head. Ha ha ha. Sorry about that. That's one of my favorite characters in all those computer animated Pixar style movies. I'm pretty sure that's Pixar. If not, but you know what I'm talking about. That must be a fun fucking job. To go into a booth and just pretend to be a fucking cartoon. Especially if it's like a famous cartoon or something, you know? And what I mean by famous, like, you know, like generations old. Centuries old. To be in like a fairy tale movie. And doing the voiceover for something like that, you know? Problem is, I can't perform like a fucking monkey, you know? I gotta get my water. Hold on. You know, if you crank the little music grinder, I'm not necessarily gonna dance for you. Alright. Yeah, I just want to get some of that glue off of this. Alright, so we're gonna let it dry just a little bit to let everyone settle in their new home. Make sure they make themselves acquainted with the location and where they're going to be for eternity. Or until they fall off and get vacuumed up somewhere. And that's another thing we got. We got this little dustbuster thing that I keep plugged in the kitchen. I think it was a random thing that Cheryl's mom got us. She just showed up with the fucking thing. Well, one day she showed up with a toaster oven. She didn't like ours. So she bought a new toaster oven. I was like, that's fucking weird, but whatever. Wasn't any better. Wasn't any worse. It just wasn't old, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I got production lights on. I don't know if you guys know that, but there's a light back here. One of those ring lights. I got it at Five Below a long time ago. It was weird. It had a cell phone attachment to the top of the ring light. And it's Five Below, so the plastic isn't... So I have it just to have light here. And once in a while I'll use it to light my way in a video. But I got it taped down to a box. And it's on a tripod, but it's too high. So I put it on its side, taped it down to the box, and it's aiming right at this right here. So guys, I'm putting production value in this shit. Better appreciate it. I'm going to get that fucking room going, too. I haven't been in there since last week. Just really haven't had the motivation. The energy, I should say. Oh, you know what we should do? We should put a lot. We should put a whole bunch of it right in the fucking crevice here. Right in the old fucking wazoo. Let's slather some goo in there. Let's give it a fucking cream pie. So much for my monetization today. Yes. And then what I'll do is, if I ever do pull out the airbrush, I'll just give this a little bit of a char over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels so good. Do you dig it? I'll put a fuck ton of glue down, though. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Oh, get in there, boy. You're gonna start the show. Okay. And you know, I don't even want it all that visual or visible. I don't care if it's like way in there. It's detail that you don't notice. I brought this over here for that reason. This reason, by the way. To guide. Yeah, just buried in there, you know? That's the ticket. You dig? A little more in here. Put a little more in here. Wow, nobody's on the chatterbox today. It's alright though. I mean, if you're just watching and listening in the background, I don't really have any commentary of anything to talk about. Yeah. You know, I know Nintendo Direct did something somewhat recently. I don't know anything about it. Sorry, I can't comment on that. You know what I can comment on, though? Atari. Atari is... I'm seeing a lot more videos. You know, playing this game, playing that game. Will this game work, you know? A lot of people bringing up the Atari like it's a fairly decently new subject, you know? You remember the Atari? It feels good. It sucks because it's going to get super popular. We talked about that a while ago. It could turn Atari popular. It'll never get Nintendo popular, but... Or more specifically, NES popular. But I can start driving prices of games. I'm glad I have the collection I have now. I mean, there's plenty of games I don't have that I want. I definitely want Beam Rider. I don't have a copy of that. There's a handful of, you know, I wouldn't mind a copy of Chase the Chuck Wagon, only because of how fun it is. I absolutely want Halloween and Texas Chainsaw. I have repros that a buddy of mine made for me a long time ago. One of them, I don't know what happened. The mechanism on the inside, I got to open the cartridge. I don't know if when it was put back together something shifted or whatever, but it actually bends the pins on my consoles. It doesn't go in very well, so I don't play that one. I don't remember which one it is, but you can tell when you look into the thing. I think you use combat cartridges. Now, worst case scenario, I could put the ROM chip in another cartridge. Believe me, I got plenty. I got plenty here. I got plenty here. Alright. So now we're going to climb up the walls right here, and I think we're good with the flock. I don't know if I want to do any random ones at the top. What I'll do is, we'll finish that, and then I'll sit on it for a day or two. And then keep looking at it and seeing what's going on. I want to check and make sure I'm still streaming. I know, again, it's midday and everything, but I normally have more chitter chatter going on. Yeah, looks like I'm still live. Oh well. I'm going to be boring today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm starting to get hungry. I made lunch for the girl. Made her pasta. Pasta with butter. Pasta and butter. Been craving fast food lately. I don't know why. Chicken nuggets, fillet of fish, or any really fried fish sandwich, honestly. A fucking Big Mac. I never crave fast food. I crave burgers all the time. I love burgers. But, yeah, see, here we go. I'll do this one so you can actually see it. For a while there, they were doing the twofers, you know? I mean, I know they still are, but a couple Big Macs, a couple of this for like $7, $12, something like that. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day when I was in Arizona, and I don't know if it was if it was a regional thing, but on their dollar menu, rest in peace, they had this burger. It was just their regular cheeseburger, but it had grilled onions and cheddar. Well, a substance they called cheddar. And I remember them eventually going to like $1.50 or something like that, a burger. But those were actually really good, and it was the gross cheese that they put on it. It really did have a very special flavor. We'll just call it that. It had its own little vibe there, flavor-wise. Alright. Put a little here next to the nipple. A purple dipple. This one, I think I'm going to take this one up. I'm going to take it to the limit. Alright. Fill that up first. Alright, yeah. That's right. Ooh, it's starting to stick to me. I look like Stephen King in the Creep show. Not down there! You lunkhead. Fucking dude. Dude was all cranked up at all times. A little bit of the devil's dandruff, you know? In fact, he said the book It was fueled. It was written by cocaine. It was written by the coca. I think I'm gonna call it that for now, guys. I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna think about what I've done here, and see if it needs more or not. But there you go. So since there's really not much going on, I'm just gonna call the stream there and let the kid have the living room back. She was sweet. She's like, I didn't want you catching a copyright strike. I'm like, just listen to your shit, you know. But thanks for watching, and I'm sorry it wasn't productive as far as, you know, hanging out and chitter chattering. But if you just enjoy listening to it, that's rad. I really appreciate it. But don't forget, Alzheimer's Walk. Scroll down below. It's the very first thing you'll see as far as a link's concerned. Click on it, and you don't have to hit the donation button. You can always just share the link, you know. Click on it, save it, and all that stuff. But let's blast that $2,500. What do they call that? A goal. Let's smash that this year, especially since leadership wasn't around for last year. We got $360 amazing dollars, but we could do fucking much better. So guys, I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon / evening. Until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.